Hey guys, it's Echo, and today we're talking about spoilers. Now, the reason why I want to talk about spoilers is because I have a buddy named Jay, which you may know from this clip.
Right.
Whoa.
No thanks.
Listen,
Oh,
I
man.
like my asshole to be licked. So what?
No. Oh.
I don't
Stop
want any
saying-
fingers in there. I just
Stop
want
saying that suspect shit.
I don't want any fingers.
It's not
just tongue.
suspect. I just want a nice
That's not
booty.
get crazy.
What the hell?
Man, okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, Jay got a game early that I've been waiting for a long time. Not Kingdom Hearts 3 long, but for a while. And that game is Dishonored 2. So about 4 or 5 days before the game came out, I hopped onto Discord and Superjet, this guy.
Yo, look at that snake. It's all
Oh, there's a
snaky
health
and
pack right here.
shit.
There's a health pack right here. Oh no, this is. Gas.
Superjet, what'd you just say? Look
I said-
at that snake, it's all snaky.
Yeah, look at that snake right there, dude. It's all snaky and shit.
Alright, go.
You need to stop immediately.
Niggas up and shit. I mean, they can fucking burn your house down.
And Jay, we're talking about Dishonored 2. Also, by this time, I already knew that Jay had the game. I said hey as I joined it, and they said hey back, and Jay continued talking about the game. But then, this isn't word for word verbatim what he said, but he said something like, yeah, the story's alright, but everybody dies at the end. I'm just like, Jay, what the hell? This man had no filter. And then he says, it's not like you're gonna buy the game anyway. And I'm just sitting there like, I've been waiting for this game for 3 years, and this nigga just spoiled the ending about 4 or 5 days before I could even, purchase the game. After that, I left the Discord and either went to another one or just hopped on Overwatch or something. But that moment reminded me of my family. I love you guys, but some of you love to spoil movies. Off the top of my head, I got 2 examples of this. Alright, so the first one was with me, my sister, and my cousin. About a year ago, we were eating dinner and talking about how we were hyped for the new Hunger Games movie that was coming out, which I think was Mockingjay Part 2. I never really read the books. I was just watching the movies as they were coming out. But my sister was in the process of reading the books at the time, and my cousin had already read all the books, and we were all watching the movies. I think we watched them all together, but I'm not 100% sure. But towards the end of us talking about how we were hyped for the movie and everything, my cousin, the one who read all of the books already, says, yeah, prepare for a lot of characters to die in this one. And I was ever so slightly pissed off. Now some of you may be thinking, Echo, that wasn't really a spoiler. But the thing is with me is if I know a bunch of the characters are going to die, I instantly detach myself from all of them because I know that there's a good chance that they're going to die. I feel like it did that with Attack on Titan. That came out, I think, 2 years ago or something like that. Or I watched it about 2 years ago. And people keep telling me oh yeah, there's so many people that die and everything like that. So I just kind of detached myself from everybody. And I got told stuff like, yeah, anybody can die and all this other stuff. So that's what I did for Mockingjay 2 also. So it's not the end of the world and everything. And it doesn't exactly ruin the experience, but it kind of makes the experience a little bit less fun. Because it's not unexpected and all this other stuff. But let me get off this tangent. This last one felt a little bit more dramatic, probably because 1, I was 7 or 8 years old, and 2, I was watching the movie when it got spoiled. Not only that, it was less than a minute before the thing was said in the movie. Alright, so I think I was watching The Empire Strikes Back with my grandpa. I think it was The Empire Strikes Back. It might be A New Hope. I'm not sure. I'm not super in tune with Star Wars. We were at the part where Luke and Darth Vader were fighting, and they were on the bridge type thing, and Luke had just fell over or something like that. My uncle walked by the living room and said oh yeah, you guys watching Star Wars? Yeah, I love that movie. And then I want to say, about 10 seconds before Darth Vader said it, my uncle said, Luke, I am your father. And, it was a pretty good impression. My impression of him doing the impression doesn't do it justice. But I was a little bit mad. I wasn't, super childish, oh, I'm never gonna talk to you again, and I only love you again if you buy me ice cream. And all this other stuff, but spoilers have always, like, pissed me off. Alright, that's all the spoiler stories I guess I have for this video. If you want to hear more stories, then put a like on the video, and next time I'll probably tell the story on how I cracked my head open for the first time. And like, I know that I've cracked my head open multiple times, but the first time was like the most memorable. Also, before we end the video, if you send me a video of you liking this video using your nose in any way, shape, or form, I will put it in the next video, 100% guaranteed. Just reach me on my Twitter, which I'll put in the description, or my email, that I usually use for like YouTube and stuff. And yeah, peace.